Welcome to our It's Electra series.
In this series, we're going to share with you gear based on and inspired by the Electra distortion circuit.
Join us on this journey where we get the most tone out of the least circuit. Today we're looking at the Les Lius by Lovepedal. But before we get into the pedal, I'd like to ask you to consider subscribing to the channel, hitting the notification bell so that you'll know what we're up to. By you subscribing allows us to connect with companies and bring interesting content. So let's get into this pedal.
Let's do it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, keep going. Yeah.
We've been off for 2 weeks.
It was a struggle to get started. Lovepedal Les Lius.
That's what we think. That Les Lius sound.
Right, we're gonna go with that. Electro distortion circuit.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to go. We've done a couple other Lovepedals in this series. Mm-hmm. We had the Champ. I feel like there was another one. Tchula, the Cot 50. The Tchula, the gold Tchula.
Right.
Okay. So we've done several already in this circuit from Lovepedal in this series. And if you look, a lot of the Lovepedal pedals are based around kind of that electric distortion circuit where Sean's gone in and tweaked them a little bit. And I'm just going to throw it out. I was like, in kind of researching this pedal, looking at it a little bit, people were like, well, he just takes the, minor changes, blah, blah, blah. I mean, if it's that easy,
right,
do it. Because I'm not sure. Maybe for somebody that knows how to really voice a pedal and how to cocktail a pedal to get it to sound the way they want it to. Here's the thing. Every one of them sounds different.
Yeah, they do.
So it might be based on the electric distortion circuit and it might not be major changes between them, but they all sound different and they all have their own unique thing. And this one really modeled after like a Tweed sound. Mm-hmm. So we're going to jump into it pretty quick. It's not all that complicated. You have two switches. First side is you switch the pedal on and you have a knob that's kind of like your master volume.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have another switch. You switch that on and that brings in the second knob, which is kind of, he says in the manual, like a preamp.
Mm-hmm.
It's just more gain.
Right. It's more.
Right. And then we have this little 3-way toggle switch in the middle, which all the way to the right is a Tchula sound.
Well, which way are they looking at the pedal?
Right.
The toggle switch to the left is the Tchula.
Yeah. If you're looking at it like it's on your board, toggle switch to the left is a Tchula. Although on the instructions it says to the right is the Tchula.
Look at us. Did I mention 2 weeks off?
But the videos we watch and stuff always said to the left, right?
Right.
And from the sound of it, I'm leaning to the left.
No, I am too.
So we're going to go this. All the way left, Tchula. We'll probably find out later we're wrong and feel stupid. In the middle is the high-powered Tweed, more headroom. All the way to the right is like a Tweed Deluxe. Mm-hmm. And when we go through it, you'll hear that one sounds a little more compressed, a little dirtier. Right. That's why we're thinking that really is the Tweed Deluxe, and the other way is the Tchula. Anyway, what do you want to do? Reference it?
I guess the newly added to the channel, depending on when you're watching this video, PRS Silver Sky SE through the Tyler PT22. I don't know what I'm playing. G.
So let's do this. We will just
start from there and go over, yeah.
Start all the way to the left and go across.
You want to start with the knob down?
Right, let's just start. Well,
we had a plan. We just
yeah. I mean, let's put it in the high-powered Tweed, more headroom, and run the knob once, and then we'll go back to all three.
All right.
Good. So really is like kind of a volume. I don't feel like it's adding more gain or anything. Yeah. Although it does seem to, like anything, the louder it gets, the more.
Yeah, when you push the amp responds to that.
So, all right. So now we'll start in the high-powered Tweed where we are. We're going to leave the knob alone, switch to the Tchula side, back to high-powered Tweed, and then switch to the Tweed Deluxe.
All right. I'm playing the same thing. No, now maybe I'm leaning to the right as the Tchula. I don't know.
The directions that came with this pedal say to the right is the Tchula. So I'm going to go back on my word. Because I'm trying to think. We did the Tchula video. We did it a long time ago. But it has that... Yeah, I'm kind of leaning that way.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
We have a manual.
Do you like the way it sounds or not? So let's do this. Let's go back to the high-powered Tweed in the middle. You start playing. I'll click on the second channel, run that knob, and then maybe I'll switch it around to the other sides too once we find a place, just so you can hear what that does. Because I don't feel like it's a huge difference.
No.
And I like it better backed off a little bit than all the way up.
Mm-hmm. Especially with this.
Yeah.
It might be different when we go to humbuckers, maybe, but...
Yeah. Sounds cool. Being that it is one of those Electra distortion variants, I was looking at some of the other videos that people have done on it. I mean, we like to do that, see what other people said. And in the comments of one of the videos, somebody wrote, how hard is it to roll the volume back once? It only takes a second. Just see how it works. And, I like that because that's something that we always try and do when we look at one of the Electra distortions. Is to see how they kind of interact with the volume knob a little bit. So why don't I just play something? And
do you have a preference where it goes, or am I moving it for you?
I don't think so. Okay. Like, let me roll it up. I'll start with it all the way up.
Okay.
Roll it back to see how it cleans up, and then if you want to switch things.
So this is without the boost, if you will, or the second gain stage.
Yeah, this is right now. So right now.
Yeah, I'm always amazed that when you roll the volume down, how much top end you still have.
It does. It has that.
Almost sound like a single coil pickup when you roll it back.
Right. And that really cleaned up nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, you have right now
the most headroom, most low end.
Right. What if we take that? If we go over to what the directions we call the Tchula side,
as the manufacturer would call it, the Tchula side,
and just roll up a little bit, neck humbucker. That's pretty clean.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty clean. So, yeah. Anyway.
So that's the pedal in the middle.
Right.
There's other pedals you can't see yet.
So every time we do the Electra series, we always throw down 2 rear pedals. So we put the light speed in front of whatever Electra variant we're looking at and put the Tomahawk behind it. The Tomahawk, interestingly enough, is called a Deluxe Drive. So it is kind of a Tweed-esque pedal itself. So it's kind of like a Tweed into a Tweed. We normally don't have this many knobs and switches.
Right.
So I think what we're going to do, we'll take the boost side off and we'll play around with the light speed into the Les Lius for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll play around with it into the Tomahawk and just have to kind of watch and see what's on and what's off. There's no real plan here. We just want to hear them together quick because that's something we've been doing.
All right.
Boy, 2 weeks off, I feel like we're just
I
double.
know, like starting over. We had 3,000 subscribers and start over.
That's huge.
It is.
And with both sides of that and the Tomahawk on, it's surprising how quiet. This is a quiet pedal.
It is.
Like, sometimes some of the love pedals haven't been so quiet.
Yeah, this one is.
This is pretty quiet. While I was playing, I was thinking about that and the tone coming out. The Tweed, the whole Tweed thing has been like kind of new territory, I think, for us, for me especially, because I've really gotten into it. If you think guitar tones like you would hear on Stone's albums, ZZ Top albums, Neil Young albums, Tom Petty albums, really what you're going for there. So if you like that stuff, I think it's totally different than, not like a Tube Screamer and a Blues Driver are the same thing, but I think they're, like a lot of the overdrives that we've played, I feel like this one's just, the Tweeds are always like a little more ratty.
Yeah, and we juiced them pretty good too. Yeah. We got them to where they were
pushing the amp.
Tell him that Tyler, what's up?
But I mean, and you want, so the whole idea behind this is you can't get like an old Tweed amp, take it to a gig and crank it to where it has that sound that you want. And this pedal's let you get that at a lower volume, although you wouldn't know that if you were sitting in the room. I'm not sure.
Right.
Not sure it's a lower volume in here. Crap. Anything else?
Well, I just want to go back. I was just finished playing. The Greer, the light speed, I don't know how it's going to sound on the recording. It got a little bright in the room with the light speed, and maybe for the Strat on a 2 position, maybe I would have dialed that back a little bit, but we never know what it sounds like on the recording. It might have been the best tone.
Right.
But I think it's a great pedal. I mean, I know we put it through the Electra distortion paces and format, but the pedal as a standalone, because it has the toggle switch and it has 2 sides, it's a really nice pedal. I really didn't know what to think. But when we plugged it in tonight, it sounded really good.
And we actually had that discussion. Like, should we put this in the Electra series or should we just do it kind of by itself? It has a little bit more to it than some of the other Electra pedals with the 3-way toggle and the extra knob, the extra channel. We decided to go here, but if we were to do like a series, say, on like Tweed pedals, not every Love Pedal Electra variant would
fit the bill.
Would fit in that category, I don't think.
This shot right here.
Yeah, he would. That one definitely would. So, with that, we always take a moment just to thank you for watching, hitting the subscribe button, clicking the notification bell. Anytime you interact with the channel, it really helps us out, helps us keep bringing you this cool content. Stop by the website, check it out. We have the whole Electra series there. You can see all the pedals in the series, plus we have some pedals for sale. And I think with that, although I feel like we're missing something. It's been
we're missing a jam, but that's about to come up.
A 2-week vacation, and like all of a sudden we know how to turn the camera.
See if I remember the tagline. I'm not even wearing the tagline shirt to help me out.
Oh my gosh.
But with that, I'm PJ on behalf of the Beard, reminding you, no matter what you hear, you never have too much gear.